Good morning, everyone. Today's Thursday, March the 20th. My name is Barrett Smith. I'm the Senior Service Hydrologist here with the National Weather Service in Raleigh. A bit of a guest appearance here, but happy to be on and providing a weather briefing for the next 7 days going out to the middle of next week, March the 26th. We'll get started and talk about what's going on today. We've got ahead of a cold front that's approaching from the west and across the area today. Gusty winds, 20 to 30 miles per hour possible, and some areas that either have not received a lot of rain over the past few weeks, or we have coordinated with the North Carolina Forest Service as being those areas in increased fire danger. So wildfires could get out of control and burning is not discouraged. So those would be areas in the western Piedmont close to the Yadkin River, or the coastal plain east of I-95. Again, those are areas coordinated with the North Carolina Forest Service, and that continues today ahead of a cold front that is approaching from the west. As for the forecast, that cold front I mentioned is back just crossing the mountains. A few showers out there between Winston-Salem and Boone, just a few though. But as that cold front moves across the state today, those showers and storms, the showers will increase, and we could see some thunderstorms this afternoon, especially areas east of US 1, the triangle eastward. And we could even see an isolated severe storm with those, especially again across the coastal plain later this afternoon and into the evening. That cold front will move out of here, and behind it we'll see again continued risky fire weather conditions, increased fire danger conditions expected tomorrow on Friday, and things could get windy and dry enough on Saturday where we could see red flag warning conditions. Again, that's Saturday, and those increased fire danger conditions really could continue on through the weekend as we're kind of in the season where those things are occurring. The next chance of rain will come with a cold front early next week, more than likely on Monday. Here's your rainfall forecast for the next few days. Again, cold front moving across the area today will bring us not a lot of precipitation, scattered showers and storms. More than likely going to see just a tenth or so out in the western Piedmont. It picks up as it moves into the coastal plain, where we could see maybe a quarter to a half an inch, some isolated higher amounts within those heavier thunderstorms, but not a big rainmaker. And because of that, that is going to help with our adverse fire weather conditions as we head into the weekend. Things are dry, and I mentioned that next chance of rain coming early next week. That doesn't look like it'll be a big rainmaker either with that cold front, and so we're really only looking at over the next 5 days a tenth to maybe up to a half of an inch in some spots, well below normal rainfall for the next 7 days. Chances of severe thunderstorms are low. Today's our best chance with the cold front. Again, just an isolated severe storm or two is really what we're expecting, and no areas are highlighted for marginal, slight, or greater severe weather. With that very little rainfall coming with these, no flash flooding is expected in the near future, but we do have some river flooding that is ongoing across mainly the Tar River Basin, the Tar River at Tarboro, just moving into minor flood stage this morning, and Fishing Creek, which is within the Tar Basin, is holding steady in minor flood. That's from the 3 to 5 inches of rain that fell on Sunday. An update on drought conditions. We do have some background dryness that is kind of helping to keep the drought kind of somewhat persistent across the state, out in the 30 to 60, 90 day time frame, 2 to 3 inches of rainfall deficits. We have seen some rain over the past few weeks, especially some heavy rain from the Raleigh area down towards Clayton, Smithfield, and northeast towards Roanoke Rapids. That helped to improve the drought conditions there. But otherwise, drought is kind of percolating across the state as those deficits do remain, and we're headed into the agricultural season. So that's kind of the general update there for you on the drought. We're just looking at D1 moderate drought across our southern Piedmont and portions of the coastal plain. I'll come back around to fire weather, mention the chances for this weekend. This is kind of the layout of where things will be the worst. Tomorrow, Friday, expecting dry conditions. Winds won't be as strong, but if the western Piedmont misses out on the rainfall today, which we're expecting they will, then these fire weather conditions will be greater out there. Saturday is really the day where the winds kick up to 25 to 35 miles per hour. So the Northwest Piedmont, especially with the dry, low relative humidities, potential for red flag conditions on Saturday. So again, Saturday looks like it'll be our worst day from fire weather perspective, but each day I think we're going to be dealing with something. Looking out a little bit beyond next week, 8 to 14 day temperature and precipitation outlook. No clear signals out here as to any wet or especially dry conditions. No clear signal for above normal or below normal temperatures. And so what you see here is generally a favoring of near normal on the whole out into the 2-week time frame, which is somewhat good news and probably some pleasant spring weather for folks. Our graphical hazardous weather outlook highlighting today the potential for, again, the fire weather conditions, some showers and storms this afternoon, a little bit windy. Really the big takeaway here is the red on the fire weather for Saturday, which I mentioned is probably going to be our worst day from a fire weather perspective. So I'll wrap it up, and just to summarize, cold front today, next chance of rain after today comes early next week, and generally near normal temperatures and precipitation really headed out through the next week or two. We've got the severe storms possible this afternoon, very isolated in the coastal plain, increased fire danger conditions today and tomorrow, red flag warnings possible on Saturday. A lot to talk about there, a lot of hazards, but thank you for joining, and we will be back next Monday with our next routine weather briefing.